Who are you when no one's watching? If you're dreaming about another level of income and you want to start or scale your own company, are you doing the work when no one's watching? So who are you when no one's watching? Wow, that is an absolute question that I wish someone would have asked me in my 20s and 30s and then sat me down and say, really think about that. Who are you when no one's watching? If you're dreaming about another level of income and you want to start or scale your own company, are you doing the work when no one's watching? Or are you telling people that? Do you dream about that? But when you have extra time, you're binging out on Netflix or surfing online or comparing yourself to others. It takes work, it takes dedication. And most of the time, there's no applause. There's nobody watching you. Do you want the perfect relationship where your significant other looks at you like you're the only human alive? You walk in a room after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they look at you like, oh my God, that's my woman, that's my man. But are you doing what it takes behind the scenes when no one's watching to have a relationship like that? Do you want to be in great shape? Feel physically fit. Be at your desired weight again. Be able to run, walk, climb a mountain, whatever it is that you want to do. Do you say that you want that? Do you tell people you want that? But when no one's watching, you kind of make bad choices when it comes to food. You make bad choices when it comes to, I'll skip this workout today and I'll do it next month or next week. You see, we are very dual. We have two faces to the world. We have the face that we present, the face that we might want, the human that we might want to be. But are we committed, dedicated, and have the discipline to do the things when no one's watching to actually achieve that? I have 3 children. I have a little one and I have a couple bigger ones. My daughter's in high school, my son's in middle school. And I'm sharing this for a reason, because both of them play sports. Both of them, actually, my daughter pitches in softball. My son plays baseball and pitches and plays second base. And you know what I taught them since they were little? Is you don't win games on the field. They both love to win games, especially my daughter controlling the game when she's pitching. She's in high school now and going on the high school team, and she doesn't want to look like a fool in front of her friends. She wants to win for her team. I said, babe, getting rewarded in front of a crowd only happens when you're at home practicing in this 110-degree Arizona weather, practicing when no one's watching. It's not elegant and beautiful practicing in the backyard. I'm just telling you, we have a little batting cage. I catch for my daughter when she has a coach come over. And I have to tell you, just sitting on the bucket, catching for my daughter, scared to death because she throws so fast. When it's 110 degrees and the sun's in your eye, it is hot. People say Arizona heat is dry. Yeah, it's dry. But put your oven on 110 and go try to grab the rack out of it. It's hot. I do it because it makes me happy. But my daughter at 14 would rather be with her friends. That's this era. She'd rather be doing something else. She'd rather maybe be surfing online or doing something inside in the air condition. But I've told her over and over, you don't get to win games. You don't get your friends to high five you. You don't make your team so proud of you by hoping you get better, by dreaming about the victory. You get better by doing what it takes when no one's watching. So let me ask you again. Who are you when no one is watching? Do your dreams match your efforts? Do your dreams match your discipline? No, you see someone, let's just take a silly example. One more time, because I really got to anchor this in. Take a comedian who's on stage at Madison Square Garden in New York City with 50,000 people in the audience. And every other joke has got people laughing. You know that tier 3 laugh? Not the, haha, that was funny, or the one that your belly jiggles. The one that's so funny that you barely can sit on the seat. Like so funny that you plug your ears because you want to be able to catch a breath. How the heck does a comedian get there and get a standing ovation when they're done? Do you think it was magic? Do you think it happened by accident? Overnight success? Born funny? Born with an extra dose of confidence? Nah, you never hear that story when you dig behind. You know what you realize? When no one was watching for a decade, They went against their parents when they told their parents, hey, I want to be a comedian. They said, no, you got to go to college and squash your dreams. And they went against their parents. Their friends didn't think they were funny at all. They thought they were the goofball in school. And though they were home practicing their jokes. When they went to the talent show when they were little, they didn't get one laugh, but they kept going. When they went home and they were pacing in their room or walking outside telling the jokes, trying to remember them, and finally got a break to go to a comedy club and only 2 people showed up. And then after the first comedy club, went to multiple other comedy clubs and drove in a car and slept in the back seat of their car and drove around the town when sometimes there was only 3 people at a comedy club. But then it was 5, and then it was 14, and then it was 50. And then they got a chance to go to a bigger place and had to leave town and make these compromises. Nobody saw all this for years. They were doing the work when no one was watching. And then they got another opportunity, and then it got bigger, and they kept the momentum, and people told them they were crazy and they should be happy with their dreams and they should settle for where they are. But they had a bigger desire and a bigger dream and tried to get on Saturday Night Live or try to get into a bigger arena, and then finally got it in these little breaks. You never heard of them yet. Didn't even know they existed. And then one day they came on the scene. And they were this amazing comedian that ended up at Madison Square Garden with a standing ovation. And most people think, wow, must be nice. Must be nice. I hate when people say that about a successful person, a healthy person, a happy person, a person in shape. Must be nice. The heck with must be nice. That's the biggest insult you could ever give somebody who's worked their tail off to get there. I feel blessed beyond belief that I'm in a relationship that is magical. I take this walk that I'm on right now, I take this walk almost every day of my life. Every morning around 5:30, you just happen to be on this walk with me right now. I take this walk and I thank God, and I practice gratitude for what's going on in my life. And one of those biggest blessings, one of those things I thank on a regular basis. What's up, guys? One thing I thank every day is, or I'm thankful for every day, is the opportunity to have my wife and the relationship I have in my life. It is the greatest relationship. It's not an Instagram or a YouTube relationship. It's a relationship that's like this when no one is watching. But let me just ask you, how many times have you seen a relationship like that, but you know it's not real? You know it doesn't last? I've been in relationships that have failed. You know why? Because I didn't do the work when no one was watching. And my wife and I decided that's not who we were going to be. When no one's watching, I still love and respect my wife. I still do the things to make me a better man, not just hope that she loves me more. I love walking in a room and my wife looks at me like I'm the only human alive. You know why? Because she knows when no one's around, I'm the same dedicated, amazing man. Think about how many people you know that want that type of relationship, but when no one's around, they're kind of surfing online, hitting up old friends, talking crap. It just doesn't work. So my message for today is simply this: who are you when no one's watching? If you want another level of life, if you want more income, happiness, joy, abundance, healthier, be in shape, have a six-pack, it takes work and takes dedication, and you don't get the applause. You win the game when no one's watching. Anchor that into who you are. Be self-disciplined, because at the end of the day, it's worth every bit of effort. We only have one life and it's going by too fast. Decide who you want to become. Set the agenda. Discipline yourself and go crush it. Have an awesome day.